Welcome back to the Reptiles With Podcast. This is the last episode motherfucking ever of 2024. It's over with.
We're done.
How are you guys doing?
I'm all right.
Sad? The year's over.
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I said that. You can't say that.
It's the next day, bro. It's whatever.
It's the next day. I don't celebrate my birthday ass.
Yeah,
Fucking.
it's just another year, brother.
Another year.
Another year.
Well, this upcoming year is going to be super prosperous for all of us. I know it. Everybody that listens to this podcast is Sigma. So
What the?
yeah, they're all
fuck?
Sigmas, dude.
Okay.
Eric's a fucking Ligma.
Man.
Yeah. Well, we're finishing up here the last reptile show of the year. It was fun. You had a great fucking weekend.
Why?
Your shirt.
What about it?
Bro.
The fucking sick nasty that you're wearing right now.
Yeah, the Rattlesnake Conservancy. Can't
Jesus.
say that fucking word.
This guy's all about conservation. Can't even
Can't
fucking
even
speak.
say it. How can you be a conservation without being able to say it?
Yeah, fuck y'all, first of all. Yeah, nah, they did some classes at my job.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's like doctors, engineers, firefighters, all sorts of people went and got like taught how to handle venomous snakes the correct way and learn about venomous snakes, so like types of venom, fangs, the species that we have, and then they do a lot of conservation, of course. So one of the things they're doing, damn, I forgot the name of the species. There's this rattlesnake in Mexico that lives on these mountains. They have a huge range in Mexico, and they have like 2 mountain ranges in the U.S. They're really hard to find and they're endangered. So the Rattlesnake Conservancy went down there, collected some individuals from Mexico, brought them to the U.S., put them in zoos, bred them, and now the babies are going back to the wild. So very, very cool stuff.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool.
And what did you do this weekend, Eric?
Dude, I was doing Repti-Culture.
Hell yeah,
Selling
brother.
Vending and talking to people.
Chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I'm chilling in Orlando.
Yeah, dude. Well, there was some of the stuff that you were telling me about from as far as like gopher tortoises. Can you talk about any of that?
Yeah. So we were talking about, he did a paper on spiny-tailed iguanas and their effects on gopher tortoises. And pretty much, long story short, because it's a long story, how he told me everything, how the experiment went and like the numbers and all that. But just to summarize it, the spiny-tailed iguanas would go into the burrows with the gopher tortoises. Now, the gopher tortoises, everybody thinks of them as like super friendly tortoises, allow everything in. Well, they have records of the gopher tortoises kicking things out, like rabbits and other things like that.
That's cool.
So they would try and do the same thing with the spiny tails, but the spiny tails is a large lizard, and they will force themselves into the burrow, which causes the tortoise to get out of the burrow and have to dig a new one. And that could be in the middle of winter. That could be in the middle of the summer. So extreme heats and cold. And then the tortoise, of course, might not
to mention
make it.
more travel. Sometimes they got to cross the roads and it's just causing more issues.
Yeah, in those areas, there was more burrows than there were tortoises. And there was iguanas for all the burrows. But like with time, you ended up finding less and less. And then the spiny-tailed iguanas would dig out the eggs of the gopher tortoises and eat them.
Oh my God. It's like, not only am I going to kick you up, I'm going to like stomp your kids right there.
Yeah, and
What the
it's
hell?
funny because that's one of the species that we talked about with USARC, Daniel, when he was here, and he's like, they're not invasive. Blah, blah, blah.
No.
They're the other word.
Non-native?
Non-native, because it hasn't been proven or whatever. Look, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. You lied.
Oh, man, dude. Oh, the voice of God. Ooh, 30 more minutes. It's instead of the end of the year countdown, we have the Repticon countdown.
Literally.
Damn, dude. Well, do we have any like special moments of the year? Anything that like you guys can highlight?
Dude, this year could go to hell. This year could go to hell altogether, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly. Special?
Yeah, like from the podcast and stuff.
Chandler's Pod.
Yeah, that one was insane.
probably
Both
the
of them
highlight.
were insane.
Yeah.
Huh?
Chandler's Pod.
The Australians.
The Australians.
The
was
Animal
fun.
Con podcast that we did with everyone.
The what?
That would probably be like
The Animal
biggest-
Con ones?
Yeah, Animal Con.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we hang out with everybody.
Yeah, that was real cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
We went outside this year.
We did. We spent
that
pretty
was-
much the
Yeah.
majority of the year outside.
Yeah, outside stuff. Chandler, Animal Con people. I feel like something happened big, and I can't remember.
What happened big?
Dude.
Oh, Eric's a father. He's gonna be a father.
Jesus,
I
what?
am?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. It's gonna be Jesus. Cause never mind.
No.
Damn.
Oh shit, got him.
Never mind.
Got him with the subliminals. Damn, dude. Well, I'm going to put a recap at the end of this episode. Can you leave people with like words of wisdom going into the next year? Something positive, something exciting for the listeners.
Go ahead, Eric.
Wow, I like how you looked at him. You know what?
What?
You looked at me because I'm a positive person.
Oh my God.
This year might have sucked. This year definitely was not 100% suckage. Did pretty good.
Garbage.
Listen, it was garbage in some respects, but in a lot of other things, you know, a lot of cool stuff happened this year. I think we're definitely a lot better than we were this year than we were the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And I think that goes for everybody, you know. A lot of the time what ends up happening with like New Year and stuff, it's, I'm going to reset, I'm going to do better, you know, but not a lot of the time nothing really happens. And I think, you know, we did a lot of cool stuff and I think we grew a lot. So I just say keep at it. If we just keep up with what we're doing, I mean, we don't really have to worry about, you know, regressing or anything like that. I don't think that's a problem we have, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Cool.
Throwing me at, I'm just going to talk. You know?
Fuck everything.
See?
Fuck everyone. Fuck every place, everybody. Fuck every...
What about the animals? What
Fuck
about
the animals.
Fuck the animals.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
Nah. I just say, just be yourself.
Yeah.
And stand by the things you believe in.
Don't be fake.
That's it. Yeah. Don't be fake. Don't be fake.
Don't be fake.
Yeah.
Be
If you
porcelain.
believe something is
Be good.
right, then it's fucking right. If you believe it's wrong, then it's fucking wrong.
What if you don't have an opinion?
Then you don't have an opinion.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. That's reality.
Yeah. I think that there's going to be a lot of changes this upcoming year.
Yoshi's going to become a woman.
Maybe, I might. Just the general climate of the world is about to change. And I hope, I'm proud of everybody that made it out of 2024. And I
Wow.
hope we continue
Yes.
to
Yes.
keep growing strong. Thank you so much for listening. And check out the highlights of this year.
So they banned iguana maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
In Florida.
3 years ago. I don't know. Yeah, in Florida, several years ago. I was surprised that they didn't also add in like Tenosaurus similis, the Mexican spiny tails, because those are also down south. And it's surprising that they're also putting like Cyclura in there. I mean, if you go by Crutchfield's face, you'll find a bunch
You're
of
so dumb.
Cyclura around. So I mean,
Thank you.
but
You will not.
Thank
You won't. I know. I would know because I lived by there.
I mean, people
Oh,
have told,
yeah.
other people have said they found rhinos.
Not
and
populations, no, but every
Yeah.
now and then,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, you see one walking, you see Crutchfield, I'm like, oh, come back here, buddy.
Yo, allegedly, FWC, fuck you if you're watching. Fuck you. But how you get your rhino?
She was naturally. Naturally.
Naturally?
Yeah. I guess Darian Drollinger from Morph Market posted something. I don't know what the post was, but it
was about surplus.
It was about surplus animals and what to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then. I guess this Robert McPhee dude was commenting. Why are you laughing already, dude?
He already got a funny name, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So Robert McPhee is talking about the reduction of surplus. Okay. So what he writes here is, and he tags Darian, yes, reduce the surplus without selling. Do I need to spell it out? In more blunt terms, put them in the freezer. I'm sure I'll catch shit for that in the comments, but it is what it is. If it hasn't sold yet, it won't. Selling below market value through auctions or any other way only serves to extend the duration of the shitty market we are currently in. Cheap reptiles will always be considered throwaway pets. I'd like to add 25% of the boa surplus could be eliminated just by culling off sick and or weak non-thriving babies that are currently being sold to uneducated newcomers to the industry. Pretty much what this dude is saying is his animals aren't selling. He's putting them in the freezer. That is, I think his name on Instagram was Bob's Boas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And as far as what I saw, his Instagram is down.
Sounds right.
So I don't know if he took it down or if I just don't know how to spell.
for it or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
I mean, are you surprised?
I'm gonna be completely honest, because of course that makes me angry. That's always made me angry. But it's like, y'all do know this happens. Y'all do know a lot of the people that are up there, that are some of the top sellers, some of the biggest influencers. This happens all the time. You just don't get to see it. You don't get to hear it. But this happens. It's a fucking normal thing that old heads put in place. And it's fucked up. I don't fucking like it. I've seen it happen myself. I don't fucking like it. If I see it, I try and help the animal, of course. I've taken in animals that were put in a freezer because they had mites. Just because of that. They got put in a freezer.
Yeah.
And I had to take those home, keep them on the outside so they wouldn't like infect my animals. It was fucked. But this is a thing that people do all the time. You just don't get to hear it and you don't get to see it because they don't say those things.
But it's literally of a boa constrictor with a tiny little muzzle on his face, so that I guess he doesn't open his mouth and bite somebody.
Okay.
Before
And I'm like,
anything,
Is it real or is it edited, bro?
No, it's real.
no, it's real.
real.
Before anything, like, what does that make you think of? Like, first, like
It made
Pitbulls.
primal.
it made me think of bondage.
That I was gonna say that looks like
bad.
bondage, bro.
That's so bad.
That wasn't a muzzle.
I was like, where did he get that? Did he DIY
He
it?
had to have
Does a
made
company
something.
make
I'm
that
sure
thing?
someone makes it. Some
That's
weirdo
so
in some
crazy.
reptile show is gonna make that.
That's so bad. That's so
Yeah.
bad.
You know, I was editing and doing my thing. Brian comes over to me and goes, hey, somebody's asking for you, and they asked for Daniel. And I was like, who is it for what? They said, he was like, they said it's for an exotic animal. And I'm like, no shit, motherfucker, but what is it? He's like, he said like you've been texting him and you told him to come here and ask for you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I haven't been talking to anybody to pick up anything or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll deal with it. So I decided to go out there and see what's up. So it was these 3 dudes waiting for me. And then I was like, how's it going? They're like, you're Daniel? Yeah, I'm Daniel. What's up? And then he goes, you have the thing? And I was like, bro, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what you're talking about. What thing? And he was like, bro, what do you mean? We've been texting. And I'm like, I talk to a lot of people. I'm texting all day long, bro. Like, I don't know what you're talking about right now. He goes in his text messages. He's like, what do you mean? You've been texting me this whole time. Bro, takes out his phone. There's my photo, and there's like texts going back and forth between me and the guy. And I'm like, what type of animal are you looking for? And he goes, a tiger. And I go,
Shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
listen. I go, listen. I go, tiger salamander? What is it? And he
Tiger.
He goes, no, a tiger. And he shows me photos of the person sending him pictures of a tiger cub. And I'm like, dude, what do you mean, dude? And he's like, yeah, like we've been talking. You told me to come here, but they told him where to find me and my name.
And the time.
And the time, because, I'm not there every day. I'm there twice a week, if that. They knew exactly when to tell them and, like, everything. Where, everything. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't know. That's not me. And he was like, yo, stop fucking with me. Give me my money back then. I'm like, money back? Dude. He paid for the tiger cubs and is asking me about the money or the tiger, and I'm like,
That's
dude,
insane.
Like, you got scammed.
Did you guys see the Exantic Asian water monitor that was posted on Morph Market?
Yes.
Beautiful.
He was kind of cute.
Yeah, he
Yes.
kind of reminds me of you a little. I'm not gonna
Me?
lie. Yeah,
Why me?
guys, the
because he was like
fucking-
born with a defect.
Oh my god. Okay. So what's my defect?
Not talking about it.
you have the
The what?
The red hair
thing.
and like something about the, I don't know.
All right, Reptiles with roasting Yoshi, I guess.
No.
All right, but yeah. So what are our actual thoughts on this?
So they're selling it.
Yes, they are selling it.
How much was it?
$4,000. Yeah.
Yo, who's selling that thing?
Can you actually pull it up because it has the guy's name
There's
on it?
no way they want $4,000 for that thing.
Yeah, I mean they got a lot. I mean, obviously they got a lot of fucking pushback for it, but yes, they put it up. For
it has
$4,000.
one eye.
No way.
It had one eye.
Oh my
It
god.
had one eye and
Yeah.
hardly a fucking mouth.
Bro, that makes it
$4,000
so
for that
much
thing?
more interesting. Hold on.
Like, that's the thing. I don't like when you promote like, what you call it, like defects.
Yeah.
Because I've told you about the lady that was breeding The big tortoises, Galapagos with
Yes.
no
Yes.
eyes.
Yeah.
Like people do that on purpose because you can make money because it doesn't have any eyes. Same thing with the ball pythons.
It's the same
Yeah.
mentality that dog breeders have.
Yeah, they will try to make
Reptiles are going into that direction, whether
Yes.
we like it or not.
If there's a deform and the deform is cool, it's different, then people will breed for those things and then the animals end up getting hurt. Now, I'm not against finding a new home. I'm not against exactly not making any money from it.
$4,000 though?
$4,000 is crazy, bro.
That's a lot.
$4,000 is crazy.
$4,000 is crazy, bro. Because if you're gonna put $4,000 into that animal, what are you getting it for? Rescuing? You're not rescuing because you put money into it. So the person, like, if that happens again, they might push for that again. It is what it is. And then if you want it for breeding, then you're breeding that same genetic, that whatever that was, if it's genetic, which can be, but then you don't know. Then you have the people that are like, let's prove if it's genetic, and then it happens again.
Sounds familiar.
It sounds very familiar. It sounds like a whole industry I know.
Oh man,
That's why they hate me.
We're looking at Sicilians, a specific species.
Not like South Italy people.
I was like,
Everybody knows what we're talking
I
about,
was like,
but
did you
you.
guys see the article I sent about Sicilians? And he's like, I don't understand what you mean.
what's going on in Sicily?
So basically, these Sicilians, if you don't know what they are, they're really, really interesting amphibians. Basically, we found that they go ahead and they produce milk for their young. A reptile producing a nutrient-rich
what?
substance. Oh, sorry. An amphibian
Damn.
and a neuron producing a rich,
A what?
a nutrient and a neuron.
What's in a neuron?
Like a frog, toad, amphibian.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Y'all know
Is
that?
producing
No.
nutrient-rich substance for its young. And actually, how the apparently the babies exhibit a behavior that it's like begging. They like
They want the milk?
yeah, dude.
Is that what you're telling
They
me?
go up against
And
the mama.
it comes
and
out
they
of the tail.
Yep. They go
So-
up against the mama and they squeak.
Is there
And boom.
anything different in the milk?
It's very similar to mammal milk, but mammal milk is not all the same either.
True.
So it's its own version of it, but it has a lot of the proteins and things that
But like that,
milk
these
has.
amphibians are lapping up a liquid
Yeah.
substance.
Crazy.
It's
Yeah.
being milked. It's
Which-
I'm not gonna
Which-
lie. Like I usually get the same reaction from Chuck's milk. I do.
I don't know. I have yet to try that one yet.
Oh no.
You should. It's worth it.
Tino, you want to go in
No,
on it?
no,
It's
no,
expensive.
no, I'm
He had me.
Chill.
I'm squeaking till this day.
a bunch of albino babies with some hets. So like some that weren't albino.
Yeah.
The guy that found him, or one of the guys that knew him, was like, "Hey, I want to try to get in contact with FWC to collect them.
Yeah.
To go ahead and breed them for the pet trade." They said, I think they didn't get back to him or whatever, and then they were gone.
Oh shit.
So yeah, they're
dude.
forever back there. They're not in the
Bullshit.
hobby at all.
What do you think?
Bullshit. There you go. Yeah.
That's who?
Bullshit.
Someone's gonna pop out.
I don't know.
No
who, but
one.
There's no way they left.
No one
that
has
shit
There's
them.
gonna be
over
some
there.
dude in the Midwest who
No
pops
one
out.
has
with
them.
some.
Bro, watch. You really believe in
No one
humans
has
that
them.
much, Tino?
That a guy was gonna
You live it, you
this
do
guy
not
was
live
gonna
in
ask
reality.
FWC if pygmies couldn't be
And
collected.
they didn't answer. He was like, I tried.
Yeah, no.
They're in deli cups somewhere right now, bro.
No, I doubt it.
They're in deli
because
cups
that
right now.
picture's years old.
Huh?
That picture's years old.
They're in deli cups right now somewhere.
No.
Now,
way.
what do you think is cooler? Do you think that's cooler or this?
I did see this. Yeah. The red
Infinitely.
cheeked. The red
Yeah,
cheeked
yeah.
mud. Very cool. Albino red cheeked mud.
Yellow
Albino.
cheeked, if you
It's
will.
pretty.
Albino
It's pretty.
red
The underside
cheek?
is
What the
nice.
heck
I
is
don't
red
like
cheek?
yellow though.
Mud turtle.
It's a mud turtle.
From?
Central America.
Yep. From the fatherland.
It's cool.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Now,
not
what-
one for morphs like in captivity, I guess, but finding a morph,
Yeah.
insane.
So the big three are going at it. Well, one of them already pulled out.
Yeah, bro. So pussy. J. Cole pussy for that.
Yeah. But it got me thinking. What are the big three of the reptile community?
The big three.
Yeah. Like modern big three today going on right now, taking over the reptile space. Who do you think is the big three?
I think Clint's up there.
Who?
Clint?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Clint. I see Clint. I see Clint staying for a while.
Yeah,
Being
taking
immortal.
over the specifically the YouTube space. I don't know what his Instagram looks like.
No, not much, but yeah. Like
Well, even
in general,
out
I
of-
think everybody knows Clint and everybody loves Clint, which is important.
And out of social media too, he's a professor. He has his own little thing in Utah. Like he does a lot.
I think Clint's up there for sure. Mind you, I don't watch him, but everybody knows who Clint is. Chandler, just because that's also another person. Chandler is different from Clint in the aspect of Clint is very big in the reptile community. Chandler's big
Out of it.
out of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Chandler reaches people that the community doesn't reach.
Okay.
So I think that's big. Like if you think like how big Steve Irwin was, he wasn't just in a community, he reached everybody.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what community you were in.
So you would say that somebody like Forrest Galante is not part of that because it's not like reptile community based.
No, Forrest Galante could be part of it, but he's not top 3. Like, he's been trying for a very long time to be up there. Now, he's a very smart guy, and he's done a lot of things, but I don't think he's up there like Chandler and some of these other guys.
Got you. What about Eric from Reptiverse?
I feel like
Too
he's-
silly.
Yeah, too silly.
Too silly.
Too silly.
Too silly.
Nah, he's
Yeah, I
sick
think
with the
Chandler
tism.
Clint. Okay, who's the third?
Let me see. You could probably say nerd.
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah, Kevin still
he
has
was
it.
on that same like group
Yeah.
of people.
I don't know if he has it.
What is this?
I don't know what that is.
This is your boy. This is Zay. This is Zay with speed. They're doing things to a gator that I don't understand.
Where is he? Is that Florida?
Yeah, they're in
on the
South
gator.
Florida. They're in South Florida. That looks like
That looks like somebody doing things to a gator. That,
yeah.
A little too excited. A
Yeah,
little too
so
excited. You know when
Zay-
like sorry.
Zay's a trapper, probably trapped the alligator, and in the process, people get to pay him like $50 per person, and then you get to trap the alligator with them.
You know when
Probably
like
how they did it. That's my guess.
Okay,
you know when
okay.
like dogs get like too excited and they're like
Yeah,
their
they
whole
start
body's
peeing
shaking, they
everywhere.
just start
Yeah,
like
yeah.
losing it. I think that's what happened.
That was speed.
Yeah, he just got on and he was like, "This is the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life," and just
That was
let
so
loose a little bit.
I didn't even know what to think about that. I was like, what the fuck?
Would you do that?
That's crazy.
I mean,
Would you
Do what?
do that? The act that he was doing to this gator?
Not the act. No.
About a week ago, a kid named Henry reached out, and Henry tells me that his buddy Zach and Zach's dad were on a road trip through Tasmania when they pulled over to help an injured dog that ends up being a thylacine. I'm just very skeptical overall, but these photos are so freaking good that I really wanted to outsource this and make this sort of a crowdsourcing bullshitter for you guys at home to take a look at.
There's one shot that I'm like,
Yeah, like that was
So-
Which
We're
shot was it?
talking
The one where
about-
when he has his mouth open.
No.
What I immediately thought, I was like, okay, that looks like taxidermy.
Okay.
It could look like taxidermy.
That someone personally has a taxidermy thylacine is insane.
It doesn't have to be a thylacine.
I guess you could make a
You
replica.
could make something.
Yeah.
So at first, I already think that. I was like, when it comes to thylacine bullshit, it's usually bullshit, which really makes me sad. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's usually just crazy people from Tasmania that have nothing better to do
Okay.
and take pictures of patty melons.
the way his back leg is too.
This man said patty melons.
Yeah.
Look at that back
know what that
leg,
is?
the way it's folded.
Well, he got hit by a car. Clearly, this guy's a non-believer. So the government is trying to take away our animals.
By attacking our care requirements.
The government's like, well, we can't take away the animals, but we can take away everything the animals need.
So we have to support you as hard. That's our only help.
It sucks for the Northerners because we have it good down here.
You're so dumb. All right, all right.
Like,
What
we
about
don't
the
need
light
lights.
outside, bro?
Oh, we're gonna take away the sun.
All right. Joking aside. Okay. So I saw Darian from Morph Market posted this. Apparently, ZoomEd got a notice from the U.S. Department of Energy. I'm going to read what the notice says, to whom it may concern. Well, I think this is from ZoomEd, actually. On May 10th, ZoomEd received notice from the U.S. Department of Energy that the following ZoomEd products have been determined to be general service lamps, in quotations, GSLs. You have DSLs, Eric, anyways.
What?
You don't gotta know what that is. Dick sucking lips. Anyways, so these GSLs do not meet a minimum efficiency standard of 45 lumens per watt. The products are pretty much the majority of the Reptile basking spot lamps, the halogen lamps, the Mega Compacts, the Avian Sun, Repti Sun, Ultra Sun, and the Paludarium ones.
So they are taking the sun.
As a, yeah,
What the fuck?
As a result, ZoomIt has been directed to and has immediately ceased distribution of all of these. As the department's GSL's efficiency standards enforcement policies extend to retailers of the subject models, customers, contact ZoomIt or whatever.
Okay.
But we just finished watching the false water cobra bite, which I'll put parts of the clip up here. How do you feel about that? Johnny got bit by that thing.
I love Johnny. I love his content. I've
Yeah.
actually met Johnny. I think he's a real cool guy. Very loving. Big dude. Big motherfucker.
He's like 4 of me.
Four of me,
Yoshi's
bro.
tall.
Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a big dude.
Yeah.
But I think... I don't know. I think that kind of content I don't really like because of what it does. Like, whenever you do content like that, it's because, of course, you want the views, and people mimic that. Those things become a trend, and that's what I don't like about it. Like, we all know they're mildly venomous. We all know what it does. You can literally go online and find it. Like, this is not an experiment you wanted to do because we didn't know anything. This is not an experiment on something we didn't know. This is an experiment on something that we already knew, and you just did it to record it, of course, get some traction. And, of course, like, I'm going to tell you right now, if you do content like that, you want people to shit on it. Because those are the people that actually get you the views. So the fact that we're talking shit on it,
It's helping the case.
Yeah, it's helping the case. It's an open conversation we're having about the content that they created. And it also gets people to watch it anyway. So I'm going to have the same opinion that I have now, which I disagree with what it is. Like, if you're around and you, like, get bit and it wasn't on purpose and you post it and, like, I guess whatever, you know? But if you're doing it on purpose, if you get bit on purpose and you're posting it on purpose because now the last one you did got you 1 million views, you're going to do it a second time, and then a third time, and then a fourth time. And then by the fourth time, then you got a whole line of motherfuckers doing the exact same thing with the same animals. And then you're going to go like, oh, you shouldn't do it at home. And then all the other motherfuckers do it too. And it's like, I don't know. I don't like the trend of that because then it gives everybody a bad perspective of what the animals are.
Vans.
Oh, my God.
Did you see that shit?
Yeah.
Yo, that is crazy. This is my take on it. All right, I'm going to play a video right here.
The shoe company Vans released a ad with a ball python in it for their Diamondback Rattlesnake shoe print collection. In the video, the ball python was completely emaciated.
Did you know if you run a campaign about dead rattlesnakes, but instead you show a almost dead ball python, everyone's going to be super fucking pissed off with you? I knew that. Vans.
My take is, how do you look at that animal and not notice that it's
That does
malnourished?
not look good. Like,
That shit looks fucked up.
I mean, yeah, but I like the people at Vans don't know. They don't know what they're looking at.
Of course.
They don't know what they're
but-
looking at.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're looking
ribs. I mean, I'm sure that thing was a
don't know.
fucking...
They don't know, bro. They don't know. They don't see snakes every day. They don't know what a snake is supposed to look like. So they don't know.
What do you mean?
Now this snake.
They have so many snakes in
I'm
the
gonna tell you something right now about this snake.
Tell me.
100% lives on a rack.
You just like went like super viral.
Yeah. Me and the Hawk Tour girl went viral on like the same, literally on the same day.
Yeah. Really was the same day?
Yeah, it was. I want to say it was Juneteenth.
That's
So
crazy.
I had actually uploaded the video a day or two before, and it kind of wasn't really moving. And then on that day, it was like my wife had texted me, and she was like, "Hey, that thing hit 1 million views." And then a text like an hour later said 3 million views, and then 30 minutes later said 5 million. Then I was sitting down at dinner. We were all out trapping, and so we went and ate at this like Mexican restaurant at the end of the day. And then the servers were like, "Hey, like you're on TikTok."
No way.
Yeah, and they were like showing me on their phones that on their when they opened TikTok, my video and the Hawk Tour girl were the first two in the feed.
Dude, so what is it at as of right now that we're recording?
It hit like 15 million and kind of planed out.
Damn.
And then I put it on Instagram, and it went to 4 or 5 million on Instagram. And then I did another one after it with a small alligator snapper like a week or two ago.
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
one's already at like 4 million.
Damn.
Nice. So yeah,
Well, TikTok's the move, I guess.
Yeah. TikTok helped a lot, but now my Instagram's actually kind of moving. Like I did a post I think this morning, and it's already like moving quick too.
So they stole a $15,000 ball python.
First of all,
They stole it.
Why would you price it at that price? First of all,
It's like no, it was a sunset clown, or as Chuck and Tino would say, another brown snake.
I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, it's priced like that because of what it is.
What is it? A ball python?
It's a ball
dude?
python. Yeah, it's a ball python. It's a sunset clown. It's just
Okay, so
mutation
50,
that's very
let's talk about the money because
yeah.
I can't see the snake being worth that. So let's talk about the money.
Okay.
$15,000.
Yeah.
How did they get it?
How did they get that animal, or how did they
deli cut?
How did they steal it? Like, what was the process?
Okay, so check this out. So I don't have all the tea because I'm not so much in the ball python loop a lot these days. But pretty much what it seems like what happened was, you know how some vendors at these reptile shows like to like partner up?
Yes.
And so it'll be like
Like the tables like all connected and shit.
yeah, and
Okay.
this is like the
Yeah.
squad. It was like one of those situations. One of the guys had the snake, and then somebody in that group took the snake.
Oh, so it was friendly fire.
Check
Not
this out.
friendly fire. That's an inside job.
Yeah,
That's an
inside
inside
job
job.
9/11.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, God. Is this ball python 9/11?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So check the-
inside job.
So check this out.
That's probably the same person that shot Trump.
Oh my God.
Inside job, dude.
Yeah.
It did happen before he got shot at.
Oh.
Oh.
The
Reptile
CIA
community
is involved.
connected.
Yeah.
All right. So now this is the thing. The timeline was ball python got stolen. We posted it on. People posted it online. Everybody's freaking out. Everybody's sharing it. The police get involved,
Okay.
and then the person that took it goes forward.
no.
They what's the word? They surrendered or whatever.
No.
Did they say, yo, I stole it, or was it like an
I found
accident?
it. Oh, look what I found.
Was it an accident?
Yo, it was a prank, dog. We good, right?
No.
yeah.
no. He
Like
did not
that.
say it was a
It was like
prank.
if it was a joke.
I hated that.
I swear. Like if it was a joke.
No way.
Yes.
He didn't say like, oh, my bad. Like I
stupid.
collected my stuff and it was in the group. No,
No.
he said like I took it as a joke.
Yeah. Oh, LOL for funsies.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
15,000 was a joke to this man.
Yeah. Well, it was on sale for 10,000. Let's be honest, guys. Come on.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Listen.
Okay.
10,000 was a joke to this man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It wasn't a joke. He tried to steal it. He
I
got
know people
caught
that
and
get
he-
popped for $100.
Yeah.
I mean, all the animals we keep are because, like, I absolutely love the blue tongues. I absolutely love the dragons. I absolutely love the banana. Like, these are animals that I would keep even if I wasn't breeding. And that's the way that it should be. Would you keep the species if you weren't breeding?
Yeah.
You know, so.
Good point. Yeah. How many people are doing that?
All right, we're going to start cutting this off. I want to ask you guys, what was the favorite thing that you guys saw when we were here?
Me first?
Yeah, go first.
Damn, it's tough. It was cool. I mean, I don't see a lot of frills, so the frill lizards was really cool to see. I'm just now kind of getting the blue tongue hype, so seeing all the different types of blue tongues you guys are working with. I like the species and locality stuff, so that the westerns and stuff are really cool. That blue tub, the empty one, that's also pretty cool. I'm already thinking about.
That was the thing that he commented on.
No, for real, like.
For me was the frill dragons because it's the first time I saw them that big. I always see little babies. I've never seen big ones, so I really like those. The pectinatas are up there, and the black blue tongue skink threw me off. I literally
damn, I
was
forgot about
talking and I cut myself
I
off.
saw it. I heard you.
I was like, what the
It's
fuck
like,
is that
wait.
thing? Who burnt that one? That was cool. That thing. Listen, I'm not the biggest blue tongue fan. I think they're cool. Not the biggest fan, but that thing was cool.
You have a ball python. Would you have multiple?
It's Tyler.
normal
All
ball
right, go in
pythons?
between them. Go in between them.
Here, you get to talk.
I got a question.
This is your mic.
I got a question.
No, show the mic.
No.
with them too.
How's it going, guys?
Eric, show the mic with him.
Okay.
I will. I like
I'm
sharing.
just letting you know. I'm just letting you know.
Man, that shower got really cold really fast.
That's not
Well, I guess this really is cold.
This is more of a question for everybody. It's like, are we opposed to? I mean, obviously the ball python breeders are not because they have multiple of the same snake. But for the rest of us, are we opposed to having multiples of like the same species of animal? Like just having not more than just a pair. Having be like, no, I could do like, you know, a couple pairs. I could do like all my animals the one species. What do we think?
I think unless you're breeding for breeding purposes, then there's no real reason to have more than one. Yeah.
What if you just want it? What if you're like, I like this 3 times?
Times
Then
3.
I guess you can do that, but
sounds very familiar.
I don't see a reason to. You got the fulfillment out of the one thing that you already have.
All right, do you guys herp?
I have people over. If not, I just do it in my backyard maybe. I got
I'm
plenty
not a
of
big
shit.
herper in Florida, just because we live here. So
let's talk about somewhere else. Have you heard about Puerto Rico?
Yes, Puerto Rico's
Oh,
the
yeah.
place to go, man. If you can't afford going to India, China, Africa, Florida, South America,
Puerto Rico, Florida.
You go to Puerto Rico, you get yourself some mofongos on the chong asado, you catch your speck and your retic,
Yeah.
you're good to go, bro.
Dude,
it costs you $100.
The main guy doing it in PR, like I have connections with him,
Yeah.
bro. He's catching like 25
Monsters.
a night.
All right, so
25.
when are we doing this?
Yo, that has
Let
to
me
be
know.
the-
I'm there.
passport, bro.
My
What's
buddy
going on?
owns a chicken farm that he says they're everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's the people that get it the most is the
Yep.
chicken farms.
They smell them out. They're there.
Absolutely.
We all have to take a trip out there, bro. We're down.
I'm
Leave
down.
here on Friday morning, come back Sunday night.
Oh, I'm down.
It's
And
so
that's all you
cheap
need.
too, bro. It's so cheap. It's stupid
It is.
cheap.
But there's so much out there. It's
and the
crazy.
food is amazing.
Retics, iguanas,
Everything.
Peacock bass. You catch all kinds of fish in all
yeah.
the golf courses. I heard.
Yeah, the
Monkeys are everywhere.
Yeah, the
Macaques.
yeah macaques. There's
Java
also
macaques.
the little geckos. There's all sorts of anoles. The Puerto Rican boa. There's a rhino iguana that only lives in Puerto Rico.
Oh wow.
Like a
It's off an
species of
island.
them.
There's only been 3 occasions where an inland taipan has bitten a keeper or anyone that works with them, anything like that. First time was, what was it, 2002?
I don't remember.
It was 9/11. Was 9/11 on 2002 or 2001?
2001.
9/11, somebody was bitten by an inland taipan in Miami at Mario Tabrauri's old pet shop he used to have. So he owns Zoological Wildlife Foundation. But back in
Yeah.
the day, he had a pet shop. And he kept Venomous in the back of the pet shop. And one of his boys that would take care of everything got bit on 9/11 when all the planes were ceased to fly and everything. And they are the only plane in the whole country that was allowed to fly that day to get him the life-saving antivenom. There was another keeper who was bit. We'll skip over that one. And then recently, super recently, like 2 days ago,
Yeah, about 3.
the third bite.
Yeah.
The third inland taipan bite in the United States. What do we know about this guy?
I have a question for both of you on this topic exactly. What is it that it does for you when you see the animal? What is it that you're like, I want this? Why?
Have you ever done cocaine? No.
No. The answer is no.
I will say, I don't know if Rob feels the same way, but it is something that is like an adrenaline rush. It is like a dopamine flood. It is like, wow, I came, especially when it's a species you were targeting. It's like, I came to do the thing and I did the thing and it's right there. And it is just a dopamine rush. It really is. It's like, wow, this is what I wanted to do. And I did it.
I think that when it comes to that question, what you have to understand, in my opinion, is that certain things in our body bring up an automatic response, like an evolutionary response. I think that snakes is one of those things because people usually have a very visceral reaction to snakes. Not a lot of people that see a snake and then they're like, oh, there's a snake there, and then they just go off. It's usually like scared, excitement, something like that. But when you look at what happens in your body when you see something like that, it's a lot of the same things. So like when people say that they're terrified of snakes, I'm like, okay, think about when you are on a roller coaster and you're excited or like you're enjoying yourself, right? But what happens? Your heart rate starts going, you start sweating a little bit, your pupils dilate, your heightened attention, your ears get better. Same thing that happens when you're scared happens when you're excited. And so if you can get that to like reframe for people and think, okay, well, my body's having a response right now, but what is this response? What does it actually mean? I think that when you look at it, we get excited. We see that, okay, I'm not in danger right now, so I can enjoy it. Where people who are afraid and are having that visceral fear response, what is happening is they think that they could potentially be in danger.
For sure.
And they're having that response, and their body doesn't know how to interpret it.
The Zoomed Instagram.
Yeah.
You're killing it on that, dude.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's been my new thing so far. I've been working on that since I think April 1st is when I went full time. So I was working at Zoomed kind of before I graduated college. I started in like January of 23, and I think so then after I graduated in I don't know like March or something like that, they just kind of looped. They kind of just put the social media stuff on my plate. I was doing just like a lot of animal care and stuff up until then. We have like a pretty large collection of like turtles and tortoises and other common pet reptiles and stuff.
Yeah. I was surprised by the amount of reptiles that Zoomed actually has at the facility.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would think that it's just a place that distributes their own products.
But to make the products, you need to know the animal and work
Guess
with
you got
the
like
animal.
test stuff
So
out.
you're right, but then you would think that maybe the owner just has some at his house. But like I did not expect a whole facility with Chinese water dragons in those awesome
That is
enclosures.
a cool enclosure.
Yeah.
It's literally, what is
We got
it?
them outdoors.
Yeah, it's like a turtle tub.
Yeah, it's like a turtle tub with like a nice little cage on top. And
I would have never thought about doing a waterland tub like that.
Yeah, no, it works
it's like
really
one of those
well.
Simple
for
things
them.
that you wouldn't like realize you could do.
Yeah, no, so like the nose rub is the first thing. Like they're not banging their noses on glass. We raise like the babies in glass enclosures, and as soon as we can, we try and get them out. But yeah, so the greenhouse, I guess, is like the big thing.
Yeah,
that's like our that's our kind of pride and joy.
Yeah,
I guess at headquarters. So it's basically like this. Gosh, I don't even know how many feet. Maybe like a Yeah, I couldn't like it's at
Big
least
time.
I don't know. If I
Biggest
can put
foot.
it in waterland tub measurements. It's like maybe like 20 to 30 waterland tubs long, or maybe
That's
25.
crazy.
Maybe like 25 waterland tubs long,
Yeah.
and then I'm trying to think of how many. Maybe like 4 waterland tubs if you got them lengthwise wide.
Is this your first time? No, right?
No, we were here last year.
How do you guys feel about it?
It's great, honestly. I just love it. I've been telling everybody it's like we just saw everyone yesterday, and so it's really cool just getting to see everybody again because I can't even believe it's been a year. So it's been fun.
Is that your favorite part, like meeting
Yes.
other creators?
Yes, just getting to like bond with other creators, getting to know different people, getting to know other like people, you know, that are more zookeepers, different stuff, not even just creators, but like people in the industry as a whole, because that's not something we get to do when we're just like filming content in our rooms, you know?
Yeah.
It's usually we're so isolated with like just ourselves or even just us on our podcast, which is amazing to have another person to talk to. But when we get in a room with everybody, it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah, I really enjoy the panels. I don't know if you guys have had a chance yet or not to attend any of those, but those are one of my favorites because then you get to hear everyone's different perspectives, tips and tricks, and things like that.
Yeah. Big fan of those too.
Yeah, I'm doing my first one today. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna be honest.
Are you nervous? Is that a thing? Oh my god.
I'm not sure. I just have to like really think about like what the questions are, how I'm going to answer them, and that's like there's so many people with so many views all at the same time, all in one place.
What you're saying is that you don't want to stir the pot.
I just picked up some more blue tongue skinks because we need more blue tongue skinks.
Hell yeah.
We only have over 100 of those. We need more.
Yeah.
I picked up some possible het albino.
Yeah.
5 of them. Hey man, chill. I'm just kidding. We picked up 5 of them because just for the odds, like I didn't want to get 1 or 2. I needed to get a few just to be sure. We get lucky and make some albinos. We have a visual albino now too because I originally was telling him maybe we should get a visual albino because it's a project I really want to jump on. I think the possibilities with albinos are endless. That's the reason they're one of my favorite mutations because all the combinations you can make with them. But now that I have that visual, I was like, I'm gonna get a couple heads. I wanted to get it before Tinley because I know they're doing Tinley, and I wanted to be able to pick out for them as many as possible.
Gotcha.
Try to get a 2.3. Just in case like one of them. I'm pretty good at sexing, but with how it is with blue tongues, it's tough. So I wanted to try to get a 2.3 so I can get some pairs going and all that.
Good. It's funny that you say all this because like we recorded a podcast with Peter Burke today and we were roasting the shit out of albinos. We're like, it's like a defect, so fucking.
We called it a defect. It was shit. And no, it's like, I got some. I love them. They're so nice.
If you think about it, all those mutations are defects.
That was the subject matter.
But that's what we do. We breed defective animals.
Hell yeah. So talk to me about Australian reptile keeping. You guys can only have what is there. Is there certain is there any specific laws that keep you guys from doing certain things?
Each state is different with their laws, so we all need all of our animals. We can only keep Australian animals, and all of them are protected. And then there's South Australia. I'll speak for you know more about everyone else, but South Australia, we have an exempt animal that you can keep, bearded dragons, eastern blue tongues, that you don't need a license for. And then you get basic animals, which is all your antares, your children's pythons, all your Morelia, or most of your Morelia. And then you've got specialist keeping, which python-wise is green tree python, because they're a bit more difficult to keep. Scrub pythons, because they kill people. Pygmy pythons, because I don't really know. I mean, just because they hatch as 4 grams and they're just and then obviously Oenpelli pythons, just because they're brand new to the hobby. And when a new animal comes on our list in South Australia, it has to go into the upper class of animals straight away until they work out if they're easy to keep, easy to breed, and stuff like that. So, blackhead womas are on basic. So they've been around for so long. They're not, there's certain pockets in the wild. All of this comes into our licensing system. If they're really rare in the wild in our state, then they might be on a more specialist. But things like all the carpets and that, they're all basic. Blackheads womas are basic. There's womas in Western Australia, I think, and population in New South Wales.
There's a population in New South Wales.
Yeah,
sort of towards Cameron Corner.
Yeah, very lacking in numbers for sure.
That is very cool. Very cool.
But yeah, so South Australia's probably the best state in Australia for keeping because we can pretty much keep anything.
Crocodiles
even crocodiles.
Yeah.
All the goannas. As long as you've got the correct licensing, we can pretty much keep anything. But you have to just work towards it. So you can't just go in and buy any vens. You have to work towards it.
Yep.
You have to get reference. Like to get your specialist license, for instance, you have to play with normal. Basic animals for at least a year, and then you need references, personal reference for you to be able to keep like a green tree python or something like that before they'll give you your specialist license.
That is very cool.
I like that.
I don't mind it. It's good. Yeah, I come from England where we could keep anything at all without a license, including vens, and we didn't need a license. So coming to Australia initially, I rebelled because I could. But
he's rebellious.
But yeah, I can be. Don't like rules. Yeah, just leave me alone. But yeah, when you kind of really look into it, and the good thing with Australia. So I'm coming off it a bit. But the good thing with Australia is we're brought into a world where it really is like crammed into you because of all the licensing system. You learn that animals are endangered in the wild, and it's stupid to take shit out of the wild.
Now this is a selfish question. Let's say I get to these 35 animals that I want to keep. I'm breeding these animals and I'm ready to invest. What do you recommend?
As far as like
what projects? Yeah. What do you think is like, okay, dude, like this is like actually it?
I mean, it's definitely a tough question because it comes back to what you like personally.
Yeah.
So that's every time I talk to customers, I always recommend people go with what you like, go with what you find cool, and then go beyond that.
Yep.
Take use that as a starting point, and then go with that with different projects.
Yep.
But as far as projects that are hot, I think puzzle stuff's really cool, and I think it's been around for a little bit, but I think it's there's a lot to be done with that still. And like I said, I like the sunset stuff.
Yeah.
I still think there's a lot of potential there, especially with more combos and getting more sets into it. I think hypo goes really well with that, so I like to see more stuff like that with people make. I think obviously the DG market that got super hot.
Yeah,
and it's kind of starting to level out now. I think overinflated. I still think there's more to be done with that. You just got to think outside the box.
Yeah.
Everyone does the exact same thing, and you don't want to play follow the leader. You want to make your own path, and that's what I've always done too.
Yeah.
Obviously, I like the stuff that everyone else is making. That's cool and all, but twist it a little bit, make it your own.
And I want to read what Josh's Frogs wrote. All right. During a routine random Chytrid test, we found some animals that tested positive. If you aren't randomly testing your collection, you need to. We never have had any animals showing any symptoms. Without random tests, we never would have found it. Plants, insects, and dry goods are not affected by Chytrid, okay? Through hundreds of tests, we were able to trace the spread to a group of frogs we received back from an institution that had the animals on loan over the summer. While these animals were in quarantine, we had 2 biosecurity breaches involving these animals. The first was a pixie frog that popped out of his container upon coming into our building. The second breach from that group of frogs happened when 2 bins were accidentally cleared with another group of frogs in quarantine and subsequently moved out of quarantine with that group. We have been working closely with researchers at various institutions as well as staff at RAL due to how easily Chytrid can spread. We are currently treating our collection. After treatment, the current standard is 2 negative tests 7 days apart. It's a long process. We are working with others who are producing animals to help connect customers with quality amphibians. To say that this has been a stressful work environment for our keepers is an understatement. If you know any of them personally, please reach out and encourage them. They would appreciate it. I want to say thank you to everybody that reached out so far with encouragement. It means the world to me and our people. On the other side, we will have a lot of data to dump on the hobby. Our hope is that our pain and transparency will highlight responsible keeping and biosecurity in our hobby and help create a healthier trade. Well said, Josh's Frogs. I commend them. On what you were saying about it coming in from the pet trade, with somebody who works in the importation of animals at a place that I was associated
in familiarity with, through those conversations, chytrid was a scare. That was something that was always brought up because of that, because it's something that's out there, and we're bringing so many animals in that, you know, the fear was always there. All right, let's end this in a positive note. Anybody got anything positive?
I'm full of hate.
Yeah. Become a member. Support by buying the merch and all that jazz.
And the coffee and the stickers.
coffee. We got coffee. We got stickers. We got shirts.
Got
we
animals.
got a lot of things
Well, you have
happening
animals.
always. I'm really proud of all of us. I think, you know, in the face of adversity, we've managed to hang tight and stand up for one another and show our teeth when we need to.
Yeah.
And yeah, man,
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We've made enough noise, and I think that people just understand what it is that we do.